back with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy, Chris.
Blockbuster Band, what's up, everybody?
John.
Cool.
Yeah.
John. Ageless John.
Yep.
Here we are.
Yep, here we are. Glad you just said Chris. You know what I mean?
Ageless one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to rep the Ravens this week. 66 yards.
Oh, man.
66 yards.
Exactly 66 yards.
That's, I mean, what else can you say? I was speechless when it happened. I mean,
I watched it from the other side of the pool table off that reflection of that poster right there. Because I was so, you know what I mean, it's concerning, you know what I mean? It's 66 yards.
Yeah.
It's never been done before. I mean, if anybody's going to do it, it's your boy, Justin Tucker.
That's fair.
Shout out, fucking God.
Yeah, and we were at Nick Warfield's house watching, and a bunch of people, he has like a TV on his deck, we were outside watching, and a few people were like standing, and they're like pressed against the couch, and they're like, you know, like they don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And when it hits the bar, and we're all just like,
no.
And then you see this, 3 people, I mean, they ran the length of the yard like 3 times. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah.
We should have never been in that position in the first place. But
favored by 8.5 points. Yeah,
but man, oh man, what a wild end.
And we're getting better too. We're getting healthier. Yeah, which is good. I mean, we still keep losing people, but the running backs are all brand new, so they're learning the system. They're going to get better week to week. The line, you can say the same thing. Rodney Stanley will be back soon. Jimmy Smith just had his first day back.
Brandon Williams will be back.
Williams.
Houston will be back.
Yeah. We just got the quarterback, Bateman. Bateman just came back to practice.
Rashad Bateman should be back next week.
Even though it was a disappointing look for the Ravens, is how we played, we still traveled to Detroit. Should have won easily, but overcame some adversity to win in the
after a Sunday night game against what we thought would be the best team in the league.
You're exhausted after a victory like that.
Polk, a lot. Yeah. Justin Polk was there.
I know. I've seen his video.
Oh man,
an end zone video.
So anyway,
that's time to be alive.
Yeah, in the end zone where the kick went through.
Or surrounded by Lions fans.
Did you see the guy at the end of the video, the Lions fan? Yeah, this guy, he catches it just at the end. This Lions fan is like, slams his hat hard on the ground. It was, oh man, what a video! I think I've watched it.
Oh yeah,
a dozen times.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw a video of a guy, a Lions fan, that recorded it. And he's like, 66 yards, guys, 66 yards. And everyone goes, he's like, come on, here it is. He's like, oh, he made it. Oh, he made it. He comes back and goes, all of us true Lions fans knew he was going to make it. I was like,
yeah, man.
Like, in the moment, just so composed. All of us Lions fans knew he was going to make that kick.
Oh, man. Yeah, what a game.
I feel bad for the Lions.
When's the last time we played Detroit?
2013?
Is that the time? Is that when we played in the Ravens Stadium and we beat the shit out of them? It was snowing. That was a game that Jen. Well, I know that I went to a home game with Jen and my father, and it was our first home game, our first Ravens game, and I'm pretty sure we dog stomped them.
I don't know.
Stomped.
They
curb. No, I don't
yeah.
think I can say it.
You can't say that.
Maybe dog stomp is just as bad.
Yeah, don't stomp on dogs, bro.
They, I thought it was like the last time they played, we won by a kick too. Tucker had like a 61-yard.
Tucker had 6 field goals in the last game.
Yeah.
He's the Lions kryptonite.
Oh, then that's definitely not the game. The game I'm talking about must have been the one before that, because we played them. It was snowing in Ravens Stadium. I think Jamal Williams might have been playing for us still, and he had I think he had 100. 108.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
Running back.
Jamal Lewis.
Jamal Lewis. Yeah.
At the time, Tucker kicked a 61-yard field goal with 38 seconds left to 18-16.
So it might have been the time before that. It was like
they were here because we were there. When
yeah. This was here. We beat the
Jamal Lewis. Yeah.
Jamal Lewis had I thought that was a game he had 290.
He's a beast.
290.
He had 295 yards against the Browns. Okay. Or something crazy.
190 something.
195 yards.
No, it could be the 290 game I'm thinking of.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either here nor there. Just glad we're running good.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
On to the next one.
We got a tough-ass game Sunday.
Yeah.
Denver is not easy. One of the better defenses in the league. We got to travel to Denver.
In Denver.
Yeah.
We're traveling 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 off and then 2 back, I think.
I got to see who's starting before I make my decision on that game.
As far as the Ravens are concerned?
Yeah.
Okay. Snacks?
Snacks.
You guys ready?
Ben provided snacks this week.
This is another pickle jar out of the Mouth Pickle Box. Right? This is the real dill pickles. Habanero horseradish dills. Floral and dilly beginnings surrender to a peppery and fiery finish.
I like fiery finishes.
These are, speaking of, made from scratch in Denver.
Made from scratch?
That's what
you mean grown?
That's what it says.
Made from scratch. It's the vegetable.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a fruit.
All right, so you guys want to...
He put his fingers out. I don't know where to go.
Wait, well, there's one little piece here that I'm going to take off the top.
All right.
Throw that away.
And then try to grab me a...
Big jump.
Good slice.
Yeah, here we go. All
right.
Good New York slice. Good Denver slice.
Good Denver.
Good New York slice.
Fucking Denver.
A nice spear.
John's fat little fingers.
Fat little fingers. Makes no sense. Fat short fingered.
All right.
I'm going to use 2 hands.
Look at that thick bitch.
So about my fingers or the pickles?
The pickles.
My penis is also out over here.
Oh my. Okay.
That's going to get edited out.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so here we go. As you saw, I broke the seal.
It's a sweet pickle.
That's what, okay.
Smells sweet.
It's a sweet pickle.
Very crunchy.
Love it. I'm waiting for that habanero to kick in.
Yeah, so far I'm just getting pickle.
Yep. It's good. It's not hot though.
At all.
At all. Man. Ain't that a shame?
Tastes like they made that from scratch.
Yeah.
Without the habaneros.
What's crazy? I mean, it's maybe I need to do one of these.
We didn't do the thing.
Do one of these. Does that need to be done?
Might have needed to shake it up.
You know, I'm not a proficient pickle guy.
For it to all fall right back to the bottom? Yeah, I don't know. I like it, but it's not hot. I was expecting, like, I was saving this because I was thinking it was going to be the hottest one out of the box. And it's not that hot. Actually, it's not hot at all.
Very good, though.
But I do like it.
As far as pickles go.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you eat a lot of it at once, you can taste a little bit of it trying to be hot.
And it is, I love the crunchiness. I hate like a...
Soft bit.
Think there's a message in there or something?
I was going to say soggy, but yeah.
2 things now.
Beautiful. Well,
I like it.
yeah. There you go. Mouth.com.
And it's good that we're not doing another sweet snack.
Yeah.
Those things are stacking up. You got next week. You know what you're doing?
Pickles. I'm going to do spicy ones, though.
Yeah. Yep. Cheers.
Thank you. Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Get the box. If you like pickles.
Good. Yeah, I'm not saying they're not good. That's very, very good pickle.
Yeah, it's just not spicy. That's all. I mean, to be fair, there's only one habanero in there. So maybe put a couple more in that bad boy.
Just drop some hot sauce and on you go.
Yeah. All right. Have you guys been watching anything other than the movie we're reviewing?
I finished Snowfall.
Oh.
Fine.
I'm a little disappointed with the final episode, though.
It's coming back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only thing I do like how he puts his cane up at the very end when he's talking to the girl.
John, now I know there's a guy with a cane. You can spoil the whole series for me.
Yeah.
You're not going to watch it.
Are you going to watch it?
I might.
Okay.
If enough people say it's good.
I'm not going to give it.
I've been telling you it's good for months. I've been saying
there's 2. I get 2 more people and I'm watching it.
All right. Courtney will tell you the same thing.
All right, but you better tell it too.
Jan liked it, too.
All right, fine. I'll check it out. What's it on?
FX.
I'll watch it on my Fire Stick.
I think it's also on Hulu. If you
Okay. I'm not commercialing anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you still have commercials, I'm just not going to watch it.
So now I'm going to start Ted Lasso.
Boom. Which I just finished. And I'm not going to spoil it because John hasn't seen it yet, and Chris is a few episodes behind. But
Ted Lasso dies, doesn't he?
No.
Killed by a lasso. The irony.
Wouldn't that be something? But it was great. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's just...
Cow ropes.
I mean, it really is. They won so many Emmys, and all deserved.
For good reason,
all
yeah.
deserved. Such a great show, and I can't wait to see like what the next season brings back. So, yeah, I'm super excited about that. Did you say what you've been watching?
I have been watching What If.
Oh, the Marvel series, yeah,
Which
yeah.
is the really cool thing about it is it follows the timeline of the MCU.
Yeah?
Yeah, like all the characters, all the timelines. Like it'll drop in this previous episode. I'm just going to give you the context of it, but it's not what happens.
Okay.
So it's What If Ultron won.
Oh,
so what if
that was an
Ultron
episode?
Actually won, yeah. So it starts right at the end of the Avengers versus Ultron, whatever that is, Age of Ultron.
Oh.
And it goes wild. It tells you almost immediately, but he winds up with the Infinity Stones. and then shit gets real. And it's all the same actors, so like Scarlett Johansson.
They do the voices?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Jeremy Renner. The second episode had Chadwick Boseman, so it's awesome. He did it before he died.
Yeah, it's an animated series, right?
Yes.
And it's on the list, and we're talking about watching it as like a family. We just have not watched it yet.
Yeah, one of the episode with Chadwick Boseman was what if the Ravengers accidentally grabbed Chadwick Boseman instead of Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, and he goes off and becomes a Star-Lord. It's wild. It's cool because, just quick spoiler, they catch him in the first episode where he's getting the Infinity Stone, and the guy puts a gun to you. Who are you? And he goes, well, people know me by, and they go, oh my God, Star-Lord! And everyone's pumped. Chadwick Boseman's the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of neat.
Star-Lord, man. Yeah.
Who? You're who?
Yeah. Oh, man. That's cool. I gotta get on that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. The animation feels like the people that did the Adam Sandler Christmas movie.
8 Crazy Nights.
It feels like that kind of an animation.
Right?
Yeah, 8 Crazy Nights.
Okay, yeah.
So, but it's pretty good overall, honestly.
I'm starting to get a little lingering heat from this second one here. Just a little bit. Just kind of sitting right there.
You should eat the small ones. They're the spicy ones.
Eat that one, yeah.
No. All right. You guys want to jump into this review? Yeah?
Yeah.
Week 2 of our... Watch all the Daniel Craig James Bonds.
So, this week...
We're on a feather pillow?
Yeah.
The Feather Pillow, yes.
Quantum of Solace came out in 2008. Rated PG-13. Hour and 46 minutes long. Directed by Mark Forster, who also directed World War Z and Finding Neverland. You guys. Which are both pretty good movies, I think. World War Z.
Yeah, I didn't watch either of
Brad
them.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt movie about the zombies, remember?
Finding Neverland.
I do want to see... Finding Neverland was...
Johnny Depp? It's about...
Nah, I didn't watch that one.
Okay.
I started it, but it was a little slow.
Yeah, I feel like I did the same thing.
It's not like it's about the guy who wrote.
Yeah.
This isn't the same director as the first one?
No. Same writers, different director.
Okay.
Quote unquote, if you can say writers, because this is like...
Oh, there's a book.
No.
Oh.
There was a writer's strike when this movie came out.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm going to get into that a little bit. Sure. But the plot of the movie basically is it picks up right where Casino Royale left off. Where Bond captures Mr. White at the end of Casino Royale. It starts off with this car chase. And it's really just about Bond continuing his search into the organization that was kind of behind the chief from Casino Royale. Jesus. And, you know, it's you know, Bond's out for revenge for the loss of Vesper. And it just, you know, it's all this big jumble of emotion and, you know, whatever. Jumble.
Yeah.
Blender. Yeah. Stars Daniel Craig, obviously. Olga Kurylenko is the Bond girl for this movie. Camille. Her real name's Olga. Dominic Green, the villain. Judi Dench is back as M. And Jeffrey Wright is back as Felix Leiter. There's some other people you'll recognize as well. Hopper from Stranger Things plays a shady CIA agent. Yeah. And some other people. But that's it.
He's in a bunch of movies.
Hopper?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff. Not anything.
What's his real
new
name?
Hellboy?
I can't remember his real name.
Isn't he the dude from the new...
He's in Black Widow. He's in Black Widow, yep. So, what'd you guys think of the movie?
I think it was necessary for the story development.
Yep.
But it felt like a filler movie to me.
It is.
Yeah.
It is exactly that.
Yep. The problem is, like I said, this movie was made during the writer's strike. So, they started making it before they even had a script turned in because they knew the writer's strike was coming. It was like fresh off of apparently the Screen Actors Guild had just had a strike.
Right.
And then it just like morphed into I was trying to like remember what happened, like how it played out, because that was like right after high school for us. But I just can't. But yeah, it was like, they were like, well, they knew the writer's strike was coming, basically. And they were like, well, we got to start making this movie.
Right.
And then the writers...
Get ahead of it.
Turned in like a half-finished script.
Yeah.
And I was watching this interview with Barbara Broccoli, who's like the head of the studio for this. She said he came in, dropped it off, and basically went outside, picked up his picket sign, and was...
Her last name is Broccoli?
Barbara Broccoli, yeah. Yep. It's her, I think, uncle that started it, Albert R. Broccoli, or maybe her father. That was the guy that, like, back when Bond movies first started coming out.
It's just strange to me to think about a creative position having a union.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have terms on a union when your job is to imagine things?
It's a bit.
You better have 5 ideas a day. You're out.
Right. Or it's like, well, hey, he gets 3 months to come up with something good.
I think
that sock was a good idea. He's got another 5 months. The union just fighting for him to keep their job.
Yeah.
This writer sucks. I want to fire him. Like, no.
I have to think there has to be some kind of like you have to you don't just get in. You have to like earn your way in. I think.
You know the right people, probably.
Well, I mean, that's any union. You don't generally just walk into a union. You got to test in. You got to interview. You have to be accepted. Go to school. Make your way through that kind of thing. I'm sure there's stipulations.
Yeah.
It's just you work for like a blue collar union or a union in a labor field.
I work in a union.
That's awesome. I get it. I understand that. But these dudes are making millions of dollars, and females are making millions of dollars, and they still need to unionize.
I don't know how if all of them are making.
Not all writers.
I bet you the majority of them are not making millions of dollars. I bet you the majority of them are making less money than I do.
Yeah.
Well, I said it as far as writers, but actors are in a union too. Like the whole entertainment industry's got unions. It's just it seems corrupt.
Well, it's also a benefits thing for those people because, like, they don't have like as a freelance writer, you don't have benefits.
Right.
So when you get in these unions, now you have benefits, like health benefits.
And again, but we're putting the whole, we're putting that whole. I guess
I don't know anything about it.
What your mindset is, and I can see that too because I was going to say something about the actors too, them having union benefits, but like. As soon as you think actors, you're thinking Tom Hanks. You're thinking
right. There's extras.
You're thinking you got guys that are making
guys on billboards
that are making $5,000 a year. Just trying or nothing.
Yeah.
But they're in the union. And you're right. Those are the people where the millionaires pay for the people that are broke.
Yep.
So they can have benefits.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So anyway, like I don't love this movie like I love the rest of Daniel Craig's Bond movies, but I agree with what you said about. It is important for the progression of Craig's portrayal as Bond.
I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens in the next two, so I'm just assuming that.
Yeah, no,
I've not seen the next two movies.
Yeah, that's exciting for me.
Yeah, me too. I think you're gonna like the next one a lot.
I also think they did the best that they could with what they had. I mean, the writers are writers for a reason. Actors are actors for a reason. And then the director, and John and I were talking a little before this, that like Daniel Craig and the director making shit up on the fly.
Yeah. To piggyback on what you just said right there, I forgot that you mentioned that last week, and now that we're talking about it, I remember him saying the director's head thing. But I watched it twice in the last 2 days, and I was trying to remember why I thought I liked it a lot more than I did, and I guess some of it has to do not the dislike, but the bar that I put it on because we just watched. Casino Royale. So I put that at a really high bar. Yep. And then I remember this being a lot better, but it was 3 years apart. You know what I mean? So I had enough time in between the two that I was so excited for the movie to come back out.
Right.
It was a good movie because I hadn't seen a Bond movie in a while, and I was just happy to see one. Now I've just seen one a couple days ago. Yeah. So it's like this not nearly. Yeah. I'm not me. I don't have a lot of time to begin with, but I gave it
put
to
them next to each other. Everyone loves the Chrysler 300 until the Bentley pulls up.
Yeah.
You're looking at them next to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, If we're just like a regular 300 and then like an SRT 300 pulls up, or you drive the SRT 300 first, and then 5 years later you drive, Yep. That same perspective, but I forgot about I thought maybe one of the reasons I didn't like just the separation part, but then I looked into that thing. You're right, and I didn't know they were given nothing.
Yep.
But there was almost no script, and they literally were like ad-libbing quite a few of these scenes. Like that's why they had to put in so many action scenes because there's no filler. There's only filler. They didn't have dialect. They don't have a conversation. The character build isn't there like the other ones. Right. It sucks too because I do like the female actresses in this, and I was talking to my dad before this. The villain is kind of villainous because of how evil he is, but he's like a little biatch when you look at him.
Yeah.
There was a lot of opportunity in this movie that was missed.
A lot of potential, man. But they didn't want to wait too long to make it either. That's what they said. Right. It's like they've got to get this movie and
cash grab.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Daniel Craig's old. Hurry up.
If they wait too long, then the moment is past, and it was only Casino Royale thing was 2006.
Yeah.
This is 08. You know what I mean? They're trying to keep pace because of the success.
They're trying to keep this excitement from one to the next, which actually may have hurt them a little bit. Yeah, I heard the box office wasn't terrible in this, though.
Probably wasn't.
No.
No, it wouldn't be because they were going to see the sequel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But even though there was a writer's strike and it's admirable for the product they put out, given the circumstances, that can't affect your score of the movie.
No.
You can keep that in mind, but it shouldn't affect how you view the movie from an unbiased standpoint because it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad I was never going to not rewatch it, but I'm glad I rewatched it like 1.5 times because my score would have been higher if I did it off of pure memory. Even if I just watched like clips, the best of some of the clips, because I did watch when I was at work last night. I watched that chase scene again because there was one part that I remember of him pulling himself up, and it just made me think of the first movie.
Yeah.
I was like, he did it so easily this one.
Yeah.
But like, if you just watch the clips, you're like, this movie's fucking awesome. But
yeah, so like Bond gets put on the trail of this, you know, the organization that's behind the stuff, and he meets this woman Camille along the way, and she's kind of out for her own revenge. He's out for his revenge, and they're both kind of working towards the same kind of goal. And again, they just did the best of what they could. Did the best they could with what they had. And, you know, to me, the best scene is like the end of the movie where you kind of get like things tidied up a little bit. But all the middle parts, like the action is, I mean, great car chase, great foot chase. There's a boat chase. There's a plane chase. I mean, they hit every friggin' box. But the middle part, the part where you need the story development,
context, it
just ain't there. It should have been another 30 minutes to this movie, maybe 45. Yeah. All the rest of them are... It's
the quickest movie, right?
All the rest of them are like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's an hour 50 or something.
Yeah, so it just, you know, it's a real shame.
And I'm sure when they first wrote it, because I'm sure a lot of those action scenes are there, I'm sure they wrote it with the intent for there to be that context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's all this stuff. Now let's fill this in with some context, some dialogue between these two characters. Like, we all agree. I like the characters a lot. They missed it.
They must have been in a real hurry, I guess, because the writer's strike was only 100 days long. So I was like, you mean to tell me you couldn't wait 3.5 months?
I wonder what else was coming out.
Yeah, it could have been that.
I also didn't know how long the strike was going to last.
That's also a good point. You can't.
Or maybe they were like, F these writers, we'll do it ourselves.
Right.
Let's
put something out and see if we can do it without them.
All right, well, you guys want to jump into some spoilers?
My man said, I know how to do James Bond movies. Bunch of chase scenes.
Yeah.
I saw the first one.
Yeah. Start with likes. Anything specific?
I like how the first Bond movie really dictated his character in this one.
Okay.
Like, he finally fell for a girl, showed some love, and then wound up getting betrayed. And in this one, he's just cold-hearted the whole way through. He gives no opportunities to put himself in that position again. And it's cool because if you follow the progression, you get to see why he's like that. Yeah. And not just that he's an asshole for being like that, which is kind of cool.
And that's why I love Casino Royale so much, because when you think about it like that, Casino Royale being set before the rest of them, exactly what you just said. Oh, that's why he is like he is. Right. You know, and that's what made Casino Royale so great. But anyway,
why all men are like that, ladies.
Yeah.
Pigs.
I really loved the car chase at the beginning. I thought it was top.
The opening scene.
Notch.
Yeah, yes. It just hits with that.
The
lion roars and then they're just running.
Yeah, I mean, it's him and his Aston Martin and these two like Alfa Romeo sedans chasing through a 2-lane road in I don't know, Italy or somewhere. Narrow. It's tight. I mean, and it looked good. Yeah. It looked good. Yeah. It didn't look like CGI. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things I really liked. That. And the final scene, I think that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, the final scene is great. I like that rooftop chase scene.
Foot chase.
Again, that foot chase scene looked really good. Those guys, whoever they hire as those stunt actors, man, some of those jumps that they make. I mean, you're watching them do the jumps. I mean, whether or not the buildings are 50 feet in the air or not, the distance that they're jumping and grabbing, holding on to shit is, I mean, there's no, not that they couldn't fake those angles, but most of them look very, very real. And the scenes were really cool. Like, even the, like, and you see him not some of his imperfections, because a couple times he busts his ass. Like, he don't make a couple of those jumps. He slides down the roof, falls one time. Pretty good Bond scene.
Yeah, I think he got hurt.
in doing that. I wouldn't disbelieve that. I mean, that some of that shit looked tough.
Can I say a quote from the guy from Machete?
Yeah.
That was an awesome quote.
In Machete?
The dude that plays Machete.
Yeah.
They were asking him about his life, and he said, "I'll never do my own stunts." Speaking on the topic, he said, "Why?" He said, "Honestly, it's a business. It's an industry. Like, there's people that get paid to do stunts.
Yeah.
And I would never take a job away from another individual just to prove that I have balls."
Mm.
And I was like, wow.
It's a good quote.
It's a good quote.
Yeah.
Because that dude did hard time. I'm sure he's got his own reputation.
Danny Trejo, yeah. Yeah.
So just to hear a guy with a reputation of being a tough guy say, "I'm not going to take a job from someone else just to prove that I have the testicles to do it."
Yeah.
Like, wow. That really hit me. I was like, huh.
Just
Screw Tom Cruise.
in the shower in Machete.
All right.
Yeah.
He did get hurt when he jumped through the window.
Yeah, in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that part of it.
Yep. And I think I also heard that he was doing the stunts to try to help with the production of the movie because they were just so, like, you know, shorthanded and stuff. Anything you didn't like?
Some of the camera work during the action scenes.
Camera work?
Yeah. I thought it was all like, some of the action scenes are, yeah.
It's because it wasn't scripted. They didn't know where the guy was supposed to be next.
It's just, I'm like, you know, you got this angle, even during some of that scene, but like some of the car chase too, the boat scene, I'm like, where the fuck are we filming this from? It's like down here, over there, up there.
Yeah.
I didn't like, I'm not drinking that.
Down rules is rules.
Rules is rules. Other than that, I mean, I don't think there's any super specific scenes I didn't like. They get out of that, the girl gets out of that hotel room a little too easy for me too. At the end, they just happen to have that canister that he shoots and blows a hole in the wall instead of her burning to her death.
Yeah, I mean,
it was kind of cool they did it, but awfully, it's one of those like from Scarlet. Nope. What's the other one that we watched?
Black Widow.
Black Widow-ish.
Yeah.
We just happen to land perfectly, and there's a parachute there for you to grab and jump off the side of a falling spaceship.
Well, I think he was about to kill her. Like, I think he was going to shoot her in the head as like a mercy kill, and then it wasn't until the tile fell off the wall. Because she was, like, frozen and stuck there. Yeah. And he's like, well, you know, what's he going to do? And then he sees the canister. Oh, okay, now I can make a hole in the wall. But I think he's like, you know, he's holding her and he's, like, rubbing her head. He's like, hey, close your eyes or whatever. I seriously thought he was about to kill her. And then, you know, miraculously, it worked out.
Perfect
yeah, it worked out.
I mean, Daniel Craig can't die there, obviously.
No, obviously, right. So it's either she's dying or they're both getting.
What if he just threw her through the wall and jumped out after?
I do.
He uses her as his cover.
Yeah. Would have been awesome. That's what he did to his boy, right? Mattis,
yeah.
So and one thing I don't like is that Mattis just keeps getting screwed the whole movie.
Yeah, Mattis.
In the first one, James is like,
Mattis.
Yeah.
This guy did it. He's the guy. He tortured for days. And then he goes back and goes, oh, it wasn't him, sorry. And then James Bond can't trust anyone. He goes to this dude's house. He's retired with his wife. And he's like, I need you real quick. He's like, all right, I'll help you. Cut to 10 minutes later. He's in the back of a trunk. James Bond's about to get shot. He just lifts up Mattis, takes the bullets for him, and goes, sorry, man. Killed his ass. Threw him in the dumpster.
Left him in the dumpster. And then says, he wouldn't have cared. You know, like, I was like, damn.
Man,
it's a big move.
That still lets you know about his feelings. I mean, he don't care about anybody.
Yeah, but Mattis was he was just a good person the whole time.
Yeah.
He was a good blocker.
Yeah, and he was like kind of mentoring him.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about? Because you said it was on writer's strike. In the very beginning, it seemed like the girl that came down the elevator was going to be the love interest.
The Strawberry Fields?
Yes. Yeah. So there's an original girl that he kind of links up with, and it seems like she's going to be the love interest. And then midway through the movie, that direction changes.
Yeah.
And all I can tell myself in my head now that there's a writer's strike, is hopefully that actress was dating someone on the writing staff, and when they went on strike, they rewrote it and killed her character off.
Yeah, I mean, that's typical.
That would have been baller as hell.
Yeah. They're like, oh, okay, we got you. Yeah.
Oh, your husband's on strike?
Like, historically with Bond movies, he meets a girl at the beginning, but that's not the one. It's the one you get later. That's the Bond girl. You know?
It's worse than having sex with somebody that has AIDS. This guy's just like banging you dead. Banging you dead.
Yeah, that's kind of, I didn't
the
like.
opposite of good luck, Chuck.
Yeah. That would be one of my like dislikes about the movie, is that like what they did with her character. She really had
didn't need her
at all. Like, and then they just do that thing where she, you know, she gets killed and she's covered in oil, like the girl from Goldfinger gets covered in gold paint. You know.
I was saying maybe somebody didn't want her on the whole time, and when the writer went on strike, they were like, "Get her."
Or they kind of use that scene for the end though, when he's killing for the villain, when he leaves him the quart of oil there.
Fair.
In the desert.
You know what? That's a great point. Like, I mean, it was kind of lazy.
Yeah.
You know, but like, I get it. But that's again, like, that's not writers coming up with stuff.
No.
That's like, hey, how can we like,
right.
let's make it look like this, or yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. It's what I really don't like about this movie is just like the fact that it's not long enough. Like, as far as like things in the movie, I don't have a lot of complaints. It just wasn't long enough for the story to develop. Yeah. You feel Bond's rage. I mean, you know how angry he is,
right.
But you don't get like I didn't really feel the connection too much between Bond and Camille, who are both supposedly feeling the same kind of grief and anger.
Right.
Like, you feel her anger a little bit. You definitely feel his, but like them together just didn't.
You should save that for director's hat, Ben.
Well, I'm not changing anything. What can I change? You know what I mean? Like they're
working on that character.
Yeah.
Development.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be my biggest complaint with everything. You know, it's just a shame that all this potential, like we keep saying, was there, and it just, you know, I still listen. Overall, I still enjoy the movie. It's fun enough for me to like it, and I don't hate it by any means. I wouldn't even say I dislike it. It's just like it sucks that what happened. You know,
I thought it was a cool story.
Do we
like
know
the secret organization that controls the world, based on secrets that, not saying like Illuminati-esque things, not saying that it for sure happens or could happen, but there are definitely governments that control the rise and fall of regimes for their own political benefit. Yeah. And it kind of highlights that in this movie, which is kind of cool. Yeah,
I mean, that's also like historic with Bond, this organization that you know about. Like, having seen them all, you know what they're building to. Like, right. But for you, not having grown up on it, you don't know what they're going for. So that's why I'm so excited for you to see, like, what's coming next. Like, it just, you know, it did what you said. Like, the thing, it's necessary to kind of move the story a little bit. You get the closure at the end of this movie for Bond and Vesper. Like, you get that closure. Now he's moving on. And I think that's really all you need. You could have done that as like a, put that scene at the beginning of Skyfall, and you don't even need this, you know.
Do you, so when M tells him about where they found the dude in the desert with the bullets in the back of his head and the oil in his lungs, who did that? Do we know who does that?
No. Probably his organization. They don't tell you. Yeah. I would assume it's his organization.
Okay. Those people got him.
You guys have already seen the next few movies, but I asked Ben earlier, do you think he's dead? Because with no confirmation of a body in a situation like that, you always got to wonder, is he dead?
Oh, yeah, I think he's dead. Because that deal doesn't go...
Because you guys saw the next
well, I mean, not only that, but the deal doesn't go the way it was supposed to. And he's there to broker that. He was supposed to broker it, and it didn't. That leverage that they needed is gone.
And they don't tolerate failure.
Yeah, fuck no.
They don't tolerate failure. The scene in the opera house was actually pretty cool. Like, where he's up on the catwalk and he's watching them. I thought that was pretty neat, actually. I like that. Again, there's a lot of cool scenes, but they're just poorly strung together, you know? So I guess that might be the best way I think I can describe it.
I like that Mr. White's still alive, too.
To have he pulls his little thing out.
To have like consecutive villain that he's not really like mastermind, but a part of it is cool. Yeah. Because then you're like, oh, where's that guy?
Yeah. Favorite lines? Favorites, like, any lines that stuck out?
The one where Bond goes, when he's him and what's her name, Strawberry or whatever?
Strawberry Fields.
When they get to the hotel, and it's the most basic bullshit line, but he goes, I can't find the stationery. Want to come and help me look?
Oh, yeah!
That's one of my favorite lines, because it's just so Bond. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's super basic, but he just glows in that confidence. Like, he's just a narcissist.
It's such a
killer.
Yeah.
And he just starts, and he don't even let her finish. He just starts popping his shirt off and walks out of the room, and she's like, I'm fixing to fuck you. Because
she's there to take him back to MI6. Like, he's rogue, basically. Right. She's there just to escort him back. And she just can't help but resist the charm, you know?
Well, that's who he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like, my line comes from the end of the movie, after he confronts Vesper's boyfriend, who you find out is a spy within this organization. And he goes after women in like high profile intelligence jobs and tries to like, you know, extract information from them. And so after that scene is over, Bond is outside the apartment with M, and they have a little conversation, and she says, "I need you back." And he was like, "I never left." Right. You know, so that's how you know he's just there. He's the guy, he's going to do it every time. So
it's always for God and country,
or
whatever, however you want to word
Queen,
it. Queen and country,
yeah. I don't have a favorite line.
Okay, it's all good.
I don't remember any, but it was cool scenes.
Yeah. Would you change anything?
Oh, the director's hat?
Sure.
You got some?
Yeah. I mean, I'll go. You go. I'll go.
You know what I think this movie needs? I think personally that this movie would benefit greatly from a little bit of humor. In the first one, it doesn't have to be crazy, just kind of situational something. Like a quick jab. Like in the first one, Bond came with some of that humor. And it wasn't even like laugh out loud humor, but it was like ironic or...
Like the conversations with him and Vesper.
Yeah.
When they first get on the train, how they kind of like...
Real
the dialogue.
The witty dialogue.
Yeah. Or when he wins the dude's car, the Aston Martin, like that kind of stuff.
That hand almost killed me thing that that you like. Yep.
Yeah, like that's just a little bit of that would have probably helped this. And I'm scared that it doesn't come back at all now that Bond is supposed to portray this heartless person. So it might fit into who he is now, but it's maybe a character. Like, you know, all the movies that have like the quirky sidekick. Yeah. Not an over the top, not like a Kevin Hart. But if you give me like a...
God, I'm so glad Kevin Hart is in a movie like that. That would ruin that.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't even
well,
know. Chris Pratt maybe?
So, yeah. Or even like... I feel like there's a couple scenes where with him and...
There's a few. There is. Yeah. I'm thinking of lines now. There's definitely some comedy.
Yeah. Okay. There's usually one or two scenes in every Bond movie with him and... Was it Q? The guy who...
Quartermaster.
Yeah, and everyone where it's those two. Because the Quartermaster is always smarter than Bond and always has enough of his shit, honestly. And most of them. And Bond is always trying to come at him with some slick stuff. And he's like... And the Quartermaster's like, I wouldn't do that if I was you. And he ends up blowing something up or something, you know what I mean? There's usually that diet, that, you know, that character dialect between them two, which is good. I'm just going to piggyback on what you said. And I think what you're saying is exactly what Ben and I have said. I mean, it's just missing context.
Yep.
They didn't have time, or they didn't have the writers to create it. They didn't have there's just not. It's lacking those conversations between everyone. Right. I mean, you almost have no feeling. I mean, you do see that Bond is angry, but you barely see that girl's angry. There's no. You just kind of go through the whole movie like Kristen Stewart's face and all of the. And all of her stuff. And all like whatever that is.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
It's very monotone. I don't blame Bond. You know, it's just there's no writers.
A guy I work with doesn't know we're doing this. Just brought it up randomly. That he doesn't like Daniel Craig as an actor and called him the male version of Kristen Stewart. Literally.
Irony in this.
Pretty funny. Yeah. And I thought about it, and I could see some of that.
Yeah, I mean, so I've already harped on what I think. There's nothing they could have done. Right? Yeah. They needed the writers. Yeah. Right?
Well, they could have wrote better.
Yeah. Well, they're not writers, you know, so the line, I just want to touch on, so what you said, that was a funny line, right? The stationary thing. Yeah. When they go to check in, there's a really funny bit. They go to like this crappy hotel. Bond's like, what are we doing? She's like, we're teachers on sabbatical. This hotel fits our cover. He's like, no, it doesn't. I'd rather stay in a morgue. Come on. Yeah. And they leave. Yeah. Then they walk into another hotel and he says, hello, we're teachers on sabbatical. We just won the lottery. That's a great one. And then the line he says to all the people in the organization on things, he's like, awesome. Can I offer an opinion? I really think you guys should find a better place to be. So there is some humor, but like, I guess it's not as noticeable because the story doesn't draw you in. That like, I find it's hard for me sometimes to like really even pay attention.
I get distracted watching this one.
Yeah, you just get it doesn't grab you, And the plot is like, okay, you find out it's all about they're trying to control the water source in Bolivia. Right. Like there's the overthrowing the government. And,
the movie just kind of happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did actually like the line where the bad guy was talking to the other guy because you want to feel that power of the organization. He's talking to the military dictator.
Yeah.
The general?
Yeah. And he's like, what if I don't like these terms? And he's like, the current administration didn't like these terms. That's why we allowed you to win the war. Yeah. If he signed the papers, he'd be in charge now. Yeah. And you can go ahead and not sign them. But I promise you, you will wake up tomorrow with your testicles in your mouth.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. He said, go ahead and kill me. Take the money. Yeah. But you will wake up tomorrow with your testicles in your mouth.
And your replacement wait or like your
and the person willing to sign will be waiting.
Yeah.
He said he didn't
mumble another word.
Give me that thing. So that was my favorite one.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna again. We don't need to harp on it anymore. We can just score it. And then after we score it, we're gonna just jump into some conversation about Daniel Craig and like some of his best movies, what we like the best, and you know we'll go from there. I don't know. You guys had a party here.
Every week it helps me.
I'll go first. My score for this movie is a 6.5.
Ooh, Ben, you savage.
I'm a savage?
You dropped this to almost 3 points?
What do you mean 3 points?
You gave the other one a 9.5?
It's just, so, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good, and I enjoy it, and if you round that up, we're at a 7, right? So that's where I think this movie belongs, you know? I
would actually be higher than that.
Really?
Yeah, I'll probably give it like a 6.8.
Okay. I mean, not that much higher.
Probably higher than you Bond lover.
I went Bond sexy 6.9 on this.
Okay. Hey, how am I the low? That's wild.
Because you're an a-hole.
I guess. Either way, you round all 3 of these, it's a 7.
7.
Yeah. So there you go. It's listen. It's decent. It's good enough. It adds to this. You need to see it for the progression, right? So if you're gonna watch them in order, don't skip it.
With it is that it sucks that these two are separate because I would recommend that you watch this movie because you need to see this movie to watch the next two. Yeah. In my opinion, so it's
different,
like
just asterisk.
It's got to be for its own stuff. Yeah. Don't think of it in the context of a trilogy.
Sometimes you have to.
You have to.
Yeah. Not when you're great.
You really have. You have to in this. Some of the reasons that you like this are because of the previous movie, and vice versa.
But if this was the last movie of the thing, would you recommend? Like, if there wasn't the third one now,
I would still. It's a series, so yes, I would recommend that you watch it because you need to conclude.
But just think a little outside the box, then a little bit, John. All right, this scale,
I'm not allowed to think how the fuck I want to think.
This scale is proven to be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, we thought
perfect. The scale is about as perfect as those pickles are spicy.
I guarantee you, it is the best movie rating scale you're going to find on the internet. Find a better one.
It's definitely the best real life movie talk.
Find a better one. I challenge you to find a better one.
Okay.
All right. Daniel Craig.
Here we are.
Kristen Stewart of actors.
Oh, no, man. No, he's good. I think he's really good.
Although, he doesn't do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, his body of work is not that great outside of...
Yeah, he's like The Rock.
I think he's done a lot of stage work, too.
Is The Rock a better actor?
Yeah, you ever seen him in WWF?
Come on.
Incredible.
Come on.
He's a chef.
He looks like he's getting hit all the time.
The only thing is you can never tell what he's making.
He gets Stone Cold Stunner a bunch of different times, and I thought he got knocked out. Seriously.
Hey.
Do you guys remember when Daniel Craig got picked for Bond? The hate that he got?
No.
Dude, there was literally a website created by like these teenagers in England. CraigNotBond.com. I mean, they trolled and trolled and trolled the shit out of him when he got picked for because he picked it.
Is it because he's not British or is he British?
No, he is British. It was the blonde hair, the blue eyes. Bond had never looked like that before.
He's Hitler's boy.
Jesus.
He's a Nazi.
Yeah, I mean, they were just, they just really hated on him, man. And I think it affected him for a while. But oddly enough, it was like, remember the scene in Casino Royale when he comes out of the water in that like small, like ridiculously small bathing suit? Like they were just doing like
favorite scene.
They were doing like just that pickup shot they were shooting that day or whatever.
That wasn't scripted, by the way.
That scene?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was supposed to be swimming.
Huh.
And the water was too shallow. He said, I felt like I looked stupid, so I just stood up and walked off. and then they put it in a movie.
Yeah, it's just like a pickup shot.
Because it worked perfectly for Shorty to look at him.
So there were like reporters, like paparazzi, and they snapped that. And because he was, he's in fucking great shape. That photo hit the front of the tabloids, and everybody was like, "Oh man, Bond's like, oh wait, this guy's actually he could be Bond," And that was
girls
what
were like,
that was what turned it all around, and then it became,
did.
yeah.
Well, it was around. It's cool because it's a modern version of it.
There was nothing in that.
And he instantly became a favorite of everyone. The old heads are gonna like Daniel Craig more, I believe. The person that talked to me unsolicited about Bond. Literally, I was walking out of work. He said, "Hey, you ever seen James Bond?" And I was on my way to review it. And I was like, "Yeah, I just watched Casino Royale." This was last week.
Yeah.
He went, "What do you think of that Daniel Craig?" I went, "I thought he was pretty good." And he laid into me for like 20 minutes.
Awfully opinionated guy. You should have tagged him with this.
No, he's a good guy. Oh. He's just old school. He loved the original Sean Connery.
Tag him in old one.
Yeah.
See what he thinks of our review of it.
No, we didn't review the old one.
Quantum of Solace. I mean,
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
That's not the old one. I'm saying.
I'm just saying tag him in it.
Oh, I know he hates it. He told me for 20 minutes while I had the door open.
He hates Casino Royale?
He don't like any of it. He hates Daniel Craig. His legit criticism of Daniel Craig is that because he reads the books, he's a faithful guy like you guys, his perception of what Bond should be is a classy guy that can get his hands dirty. His perception of Daniel Craig is a dirty guy that even when he dresses himself up, still looks dirty. He doesn't pull off the high class look, is what he said.
I don't know about that, man.
I don't have that opinion of Bond.
I don't know. He's pretty sharp.
If I did, then...
The tuxedo, I think he's
he looks
pretty
pretty
sharp,
good in a suit.
If I had the opinion of him being a high class gentleman, I would agree a little bit with him.
Right.
Because he's more to me, he's more the guy that gets beat up a lot. Because he does. In these movies, he gets his ass whooped a lot. He wins the fights, but he's getting beat down a lot.
You gotta remember, the people that he's fighting are the best of the best.
The only ones I've seen prior to this was Pierce Brosnan.
Right.
And Pierce was always like, what's his name? John Wick style.
Yeah.
Like,
just shooting everybody.
Yeah. And this Bond is like, fight me!
Yeah.
I'm drunk at a bar, let's rumble.
I think, do you think he got better at following people in Quantum of Solace?
You know, I didn't notice. Did he do a lot of trailing?
Not a whole lot.
Okay. I was thinking about that.
He trails the girl to the docks.
Yeah.
He does do a good job of that.
Yeah.
He does do a good job of that, but I didn't see.
That was a funny scene, too. I'm sorry. I did forget about that. When we were like, all right, open the briefcase. He opens it, it's a picture of her. He said, what's that? He said, what's that? Someone, what you dead?
yeah, that was funny.
That scene was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I did laugh when I saw that. God, I don't know why I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Because you're not very nice and you're not a good critic.
Hey, I gave a better score than Ben.
Yeah, that is
Fair.
true. I'm not very nice. That's what it is. I'm just a POS.
Okay, so if you had to pick Daniel Craig's best movie, what would it be?
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Okay.
That's a good one. Casino Royale is probably my favorite, though.
Yeah. I mean...
That's one of your favorite of all time.
Casino Royale, obviously, yes, I've said it to my top 5. But The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, so that is one of the best books I've ever read. It's written by this Swedish guy. He wrote the trilogy or whatever. And they've made a Swedish version of all 3 movies. And then they put out the American version with Daniel Craig. And it was so much more true to the book.
His version?
His version. I swear by it. It's incredible. It's brutal.
Cool.
And it's
brutal.
I mean,
sure.
it is one of the best movies out there, man. As far as like murder mysteries and stuff.
Mystery.
Oh, man, that movie's incredible. But for the sake of not picking the same thing as you, I'm going to go with Skyfall, which is the next one that we're watching.
Oh, cool. That makes me excited to see it.
It's much better than what we just watched.
It's much better.
I enjoyed the ones. I enjoyed anything. Cool.
And they go so hard with the callbacks to the OG movies.
That's not going to hit me.
It's not, but... Well, we'll talk about them, and you might notice things, little things here and there, talking characters that get introduced, things that you just see, just settings, I mean, they really, like, start to pay serious homage to the classics, and it's just a very emotional story. I'm so excited to watch it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there a ski or snowboarding chase in the next one?
I don't think that comes until...
There is one.
Spectre. Spectre, isn't it how it starts?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ski scene or whatever?
I don't know.
But I'm pretty sure it's... No! Spectre starts in Mexico, the Day of the
Oh
Dead.
yeah, the Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's just,
But there is a
definitely,
ski.
there's
Yes,
definitely a
yes.
ski scene.
it's just funny because the first one I had criticisms of a chase scene for everything, and then this one they're like, we're gonna step it up. We're gonna go in the air this time.
Right.
And they added a freaking airplane, and I was like, next they gotta do an avalanche at some point.
Yeah.
Outer space. It's the last one.
Yeah.
They're just floating. Come here.
Here they
You know,
go.
Yeah.
they're on
Awesome.
the moon just jumping.
I do want to give honorable mention to this movie called Layer Cake. It is a very unknown movie
Sounds delicious.
from 2004.
What was the other one? Knives Out, right?
Knives Out is
Oh,
also a
and
great
Knives
movie.
Out, also a great
I
movie.
just watched out with my mom the other day.
But Layer Cake, Daniel Craig plays like a drug dealer in England. It's very British, and it's like British gangstery kind of movie.
Okay.
And it's
Oh
top
yeah,
notch.
I've seen that.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
It's awesome, John. You would love it.
I didn't realize it was him.
Yep, and it's like this. The whole movie's great, but this moment at the very end when Daniel Craig says something, you're like, "Whoa!" And it just, hit you like a Mack truck, man. It's
Ties the whole thing together or something?
not ties it all together, but just something that you weren't even thinking about the whole
gotcha.
movie. And when he mentions it, you're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Okay.
So I would
Layer
highly recommend.
What's that on?
Highly recommend Layer Cake. Let me take a look. I'll see if it's streaming
Yeah.
anywhere.
Does he remind you of like a British Matthew McConaughey?
I don't know.
I don't know why, but as I was watching this movie, this one in particular, it made me keep thinking about scenes from Sahara with Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Where he's like a treasure hunter in the desert, and they come to an oil plantation at the end, or they're dumping illegal sewage into the.
Yeah.
It's a great. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But it just made me think like they're kind of comparable.
Okay, it's not streaming anywhere,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you can find
I
it.
have it.
Yeah.
I have every movie.
Watch
Except-
Knives Out first.
Except for Shang-Chi.
Except for Shang-Chi.
Oh.
Disney's got that a lot.
Is it on Disney Plus?
You might be able to pay that $30.
Well, if it's on Disney Plus, it's going to be on that.
Yeah, probably not.
Might not be there yet.
Scarlett Johansson suit the shit out of this.
Could be it.
All right.
Could be it.
So, do you guys want to put a poll out? Put the 3 movies and see which one people like the best?
Yeah, you know what? I want to know what their favorite dinner is. Let's put 4 or 5 of them on there.
So, we'll just put Knives Out, Layer Cake, Skyfall, Casino Royale, and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Sure.
Put them in and have people vote.
Yep.
So, yeah, let us know. We'll put a picture out. You can comment on the video. Obviously, we want all the comments on the video.
All the comments.
What do you guys think's gonna win?
I would guess Casino Royale.
That's a big one. I think Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
That may be. The problem is here's my theory. Thinking it could be Girl with the Dragon Tattoo because I think you're gonna split your 007 fans in half.
Mm-hmm.
If you just had Skyfall or Casino Royale, I think they'll double down on one of it. But I think if we're just going for a pure total, instead of having 8 against 6, you might have 4 and 6.
Well, it's not about which one's actually the best. What do you think is gonna win?
Yeah.
I think Casino Royale is better than Skyfall, but I think Skyfall is fucking cool.
Yeah.
And again, it could be some of going from Quantum of Solace to Skyfall, but Skyfall is cool.
It's awesome. I can't wait to watch it. We were
Good, I'm
BSing last
excited,
week,
yeah.
but I literally watched it the next day. I was so pumped to just continue, and I'll probably do the same thing this week. Not tomorrow.
I wanted to watch the next one, but I don't want it to be out of my memory for
Right.
the review.
Are we doing? That being said, are we doing both?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, cool! I'll watch them in unison.
Yep. Yeah, they work
I don't know if
together.
I'd watch them in unison. Maybe watch one and then the next one.
I'll watch them in two.
Put them on at the same time.
I even have 2 TVs, John.
So yeah, let us know which of those 5 you think might be his best, or if it's not one of those, drop a comment and let us know, and we'll go from there. But we can. You want to wrap it up with a quick name their movies?
Yes,
I do have a name on deck. If you guys,
Done.
I saw a text come through.
Daniel Craig.
It is not Daniel Craig.
Martha Stewart.
Nope. Has she been in it? Okay.
Like 2 movies.
I'm ashamed at how many female actresses movies I would ever get.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing for me.
So, Scarlett Johansson, I'll get every one of the Avengers. She got like 6. That's the most she'll get from me.
You ready?
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Schwartz of water?
Yeah. I don't even know how to spell it. I'm just gonna write Arnold.
Just say Arnold. We know who he is. We've heard of him.
Yeah. I just
Pumping
read.
Iron Volume 2.
Yeah. John, you can go first.
Terminator.
Okay. Chris?
We're going this way?
Sure, we'll go this way.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Good. Wait, full title, love it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Last Action Hero.
Love that. Twins.
Oh, dude, Courtney and I just watched that the other day. Actually, we watched it when we were in Denver. Yeah.
The Predator.
Yeah. Kindergarten Cop.
Good one. Twins is good too.
Yep. Commando.
Mm-hmm.
Well, F.
I don't think he's in that.
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. Yep.
Told you, all of the big action stars do one dumb kid movie.
He's done a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Kid movie.
yeah, but he just kept doing it. Give me the movie.
True Lies.
Total Recall.
That was my first crush.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
No, the Asian girl.
Dude. No.
Wait, True Lies. And you said what, John?
Total Recall.
Total Recall. Wait, so what?
The Asian girl from Total Recall.
I don't remember her.
The bad girl. The villain.
That's crazy.
Okay.
The one that slapped it.
Who said Total? John, it's your turn.
Okay. Screw everything I'm saying.
sorry. I was just getting distracted.
You just trying to banter so you can think of a movie. I'm close out now. I don't. I can see the cover of the movie.
Yeah, I know more of the same movies we've already said, but I can't remember the full title.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going to have to go with...
10-second countdown?
No.
Oh.
What is that movie called? The Expendables.
Yeah.
Whew.
He's got, yeah.
I mean it.
So I'm going to go Expendables 2.
I'm in the Expendables.
Okay. Give me a second. It's in a newer movie and I don't remember the name of it. I can see the cover of it.
Yeah. It's close. That's close.
It's something like that.
Yeah,
too.
that's what
It's
that's
something
what I
like
remember.
that.
Oh, did you say something under your breath?
Yeah, like the sheriff or.
I'm in shape again.
And he's not. Though. He looks terrible.
Why is 4,500 years old? Does a documentary count?
I don't know, does it?
If these, well, no, that's
Pumping Iron.
Netflix. I don't know if that would count though. He's not really acting in that.
He's in it. If you want to say it, I'll take it.
What about Conan?
I think he's in there.
Yeah, he is in that.
He is that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Expendables 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know the movie I was talking about a minute ago?
Sabotage? That's the one I was going to say next.
I don't know.
That's not it. That's an older movie.
2014. You said, what did you say?
Expendables 3.
Yeah. I think he's in all three.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Sabotage is pretty good. It's decent. It's not great, but it's like, alright. Good action.
Man, do you? Is it the one I'm thinking of?
No.
Oh,
This is in his prime.
Okay.
In his prime.
it's my turn.
No,
Yeah.
Good voice.
No, that's not even close.
No, I'm terrible at accents.
Yeah.
Or
Not that
impressions.
Yeah.
Hungarian accent, go ahead. Oh,
He's Austrian, I think.
Austrian. Let me see what they have. Oh, sorry to pick it.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm not good at impressions.
That's not even close. Oh.
Come on, John.
Come on.
That's what she said.
You're really good here. This is a good
Doing
list.
all right, yeah.
I don't have another one. I know Ben has one more.
I forgot which one I was
Excuse me.
going to say.
Jesus, that was rude. Excuse me.
I'm just gonna.
Oh.
Is it not The Sheriff?
No.
Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. It's not the name of it.
Alright, I'm out. I'm gonna look that movie up. It better not be The Sheriff either.
What is Total Recall about?
It's a space, it's like the memory thing, right? Like you
yeah.
thing. That movie's got
The 3 boob ladies?
the 3 boob ladies. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Collateral Damage.
He's like a firefighter or something, right?
Yeah, this girl be dead.
Yeah.
So the family.
God damn it.
Terminator Genesis.
That's one I couldn't think of. Genesis, he was a CGI, right?
No.
But that's not Christian Bale?
No, that's Rise of the Machines.
Can I say Rise of the Machines?
Is he in that?
There's a animated version of him in it,
But
and
if
they use his voice.
I didn't think he was in that.
Ha! Terminator.
I don't think that's...
What's it called? Rise of the Machines?
I don't think that counts, dude.
It's up to you. I don't know.
John, is he credited in Terminator Rise of the Machines?
Hold on a minute.
No, we need it right now, John. This is important.
Number 3? Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines?
Is he in it?
It says it on there. He made his third appearance as
Sorry,
character.
That's not the,
Terminator
that's
3
not the
Rise of
one with
Machines.
Christian Bale. That's the one with the girl, right? Where the girl's the Terminator?
Yeah, he's in that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the Christian
Damn
Bale.
it.
There it is.
Get the Christian Bale one.
I don't remember what that was called. T3. I'm sorry, T3. Okay. Arnold. what are we doing, guy?
Damn it.
Red Heat.
Never heard of it.
Red Heat. Fact check.
Back check.
Him and James Belushi.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Twins was great.
It was.
And while I say that, I can't think of the movie that I know he's in that has a
Damn
name.
it. God, there's
Arnold
terrible at this.
Can you just type Red Heat?
It's there. I'm looking
okay.
at it. 1988.
Yep.
Damn it. I'm not going to know the name of it, but I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to try and think of the name, and then you give me a countdown.
All right.
It's the one where he's a goddamn clone of himself, and they don't know if he's real or he's a clone the whole movie.
I'm looking right at that one.
And I don't remember what it's called.
Why don't I remember what that's called?
Because you're obviously a clone of yourself.
Yeah. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Cloned.
1. No, that's not it.
I lost.
One for good measure.
Get that gun off of me.
Batman and Robin.
Yep. That's the one I thought you were
Breathe
thinking.
the earth.
I think you're thinking of The Sixth Day.
6 Day, that's
Yeah.
it.
And what's the one where he's pregnant?
I don't know, but the movie I was thinking of was Maggie.
Never
Oh, I've never even seen
Yeah,
that.
that came out.
There's one where he's pregnant.
Good job. That was a good list.
Yeah.
Good game,
Did you
boy.
say The Last Stand?
That's the
Mexican one.
That's the sheriff one.
Yeah,
Him
that's
and
the
Johnny
sheriff. That's the
Knoxville.
sheriff.
Yeah.
That's the sheriff one.
Yep.
And then fucking Running Man. That's the one.
Oh,
That's one of my
yeah.
favorite. Fortunately, I always miss one of my favorites. I missed the goddamn Rounders 2 weeks ago. That pisses me off more than any of the movie ones we've done.
We Shotson or we not Shotson?
It's up to you guys. It's good either way.
No.
No
shots.
He's working to go to work.
Oh, Red Sonja, Commando. Oh my goodness, man. Twins, Total Recall. I need to find the one where he's pregnant. Hold on a minute. Oh.
You better say it quickly. Say it quickly.
We didn't even say what we were doing next week.
Say it, Ben.
Skyfall, Spectre, double feature. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang,
Chicka
bitches.
wang.
When
Junior. It's called
Hey.
Junior.
When does Venom come out?
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll listen. Real life for real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, he got it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up and we don't let up. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster, it's so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, we're released alive. Apocalypto, go against against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Anna, Nick Mullins. Educators tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop until it does, we drop and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.